Welcome back to Light Breakfast Chats with your host, Amy and Shayla. Yay! um, if you haven't, this is our fourth episode. So if you haven't watched episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, we encourage you
to
to
watch
watch
it.
them.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty good.
I think they're good. And before you continue, I want to see, this is like TBD, but I want to see if we can post, there's like this one, what is it called? Like an app that you post it on there and it posts to YouTube, but it also posts to Spotify and to Apple Music. So coming soon, maybe.
Coming soon, maybe. Hopefully,
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
hopefully. So we'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna start like we always start by talking about what made us happy
This week.
this past week. Yeah.
This past week.
What made you happy?
Me.
You started off.
I forgot what I said. Okay. What made me happy was that. Oh, okay. I realized that I'm more than halfway into my semester.
Yay.
So I'm closer to break. And also I realized this week that after the semester I am halfway done. Like, yeah,
Wow.
I'll only have 3 semesters left.
That's really good.
And it went, I feel like it's so
El tiempo, yeah,
fast.
pasa de volada.
Because even like undergrad, like it was 1 year less, but still, like right now it's 1 year less, but I still didn't feel like it was that fast. And now, like, I feel like that's crazy. Like in 3 semesters, I'll be done.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And y esto sirve de como encouragement, you
I
know?
know.
Because a lot of people are probably like they don't want to start or they don't want to go back to school because they're like thinking about the length of time it might take. But honestly, it
goes by so fast.
So fast, yeah.
And I met someone who was asking me like questions about law school and everything, and I was like, you know what, like if you want to do it, just do it. Like it's difficult, but I mean, it's really only 3 years.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing it's intense.
It is intense.
Yeah, pero it's like that's why like siempre hablamos de setting goals, because if you have a goal, you set your mind to it, you can definitely like accomplish it.
Yeah.
Definitely for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So congrats,
Thank
Shayla,
you.
you're almost done. Before I say what made me happy, I think I don't know if we talked about the reason of why we start with saying what made us happy. I think that en este mundo a veces like no somos personas agradecidas, so we forget about being like grateful people, you know. Entonces I feel like talking about what made us happy, we like podemos pensar y pues be thankful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's easier to be focused on the negative too than to be focused on the positive.
Yeah. So start your day positive.
Yes.
And what made me happy this past week was I actually cleaned my room. Like fully cleaned it to the point like I even organized, porque esa parte like limpiar tu cuarto que organizarlo. Y uno pues puede limpiarlo, siento que es bien fácil porque limpias, trapeas, barres, whatever, you know. But to actually organize your room, it's difficult. Yeah, and it's different porque, por ejemplo, like me compré like a new shoe rack.
Oh.
So I didn't realize how many shoes I
Yeah.
until I got that. But like, o sea, mis zapatos están todos organizados. I put my like summer clothes away. I started to take out my winter clothes. So and like my room is super super clean. And it feels so good.
Nice.
And now I've been able to take selfies in my room. Or like photos in the mirror because it's so clean.
Yeah.
So that made me super happy. Super, super happy.
I have been putting that off. I told myself that I was going to do it tomorrow. So fingers crossed. You will hear next week if it happens. But yeah, fingers crossed. I have to I have to take out my winter clothes and my summer clothes and then for my winter clothes. I did it and then I got new muebles and then I didn't do it anymore because I had so much space and I have so much clothes. So now I
Yeah.
have to do it again.
Yeah,
Which
I was
sucks.
always taught to like
Yeah.
put my
Stuff
summer.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nunca he tenido. I don't know if it's because of the lack of space. Probably también.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a normal thing to do,
Mhm.
especially like where we live because they're extremes.
Mhm.
So I don't think it's. I feel like that's
It's
like
norm?
a normal. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
the norm. I just didn't do it because I was lazy and I didn't have that much clothes before.
Okay.
So everything fit.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't anymore. But
So has estado de shopping.
I know. Not even recently. I was telling my friends that ever since I started, I think I've gone out to shop once. Ever since I started school again.
Oh, okay.
So I really haven't even.
Oh, that's another thing that made me happy.
You
Well,
sure?
I don't know if it made me happy or if I felt depressed afterwards. Remember I told you that I went shopping
Oh yeah,
and I kind of like spent like
a lot of money.
a large amount of money.
A lot of money.
And so it made me happy, but at the same time a little depressed.
But it's okay.
It is. Tenía ratos de no.
And it's always nice to shop. I love shopping.
I think it's therapeutic.
I think it is. It's peaceful. But like also like I've realized I've tried to online shop and I literally can't bring myself to buy it
Mhm.
because I just want to go to the store.
Sí, y esa es otra cosa, because I've been lately like online shopping bastante.
Okay.
Y esta vez que fui, like estuve en la tienda and I didn't feel rushed. Like sí me sirvió bastante como para distraerme
Yeah.
a lot. Like
Mhm.
it was
It's nice.
therapeutic, de
Yeah.
verdad.
Yeah.
It was a good time. By myself, también.
Yeah.
Es
Yeah, I've
bonito.
done that. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to go with someone, but it's also nice to go by yourself because
Yeah.
you're doing like your like
It's for you, your
yeah,
own
your own
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Go
So,
shopping, guys.
Go
We encourage
shopping.
you.
In conclusion, spend your money.
Okay.
So,
So our theme, right?
yeah,
Topic for this episode. It's intense, I feel.
it is intense.
We're
I
gonna
think.
talk a little bit about identity
Yeah.
and what it means
Yeah.
and how it like
Affects.
it affects every part of our life, not knowing if we don't know who we are, where we stand, where we're going, like
Yeah.
you live a messy life.
You do. And you're constantly like in between. Like you're constantly just like in between. You don't know what to do.
Mhm.
You don't know what to do. You don't know where you stand. You don't know.
Y en estos tiempos yo creo que estamos viviendo unos tiempos donde like I feel we're facing like an identity crisis.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays what se ve bastante que muchas personas están confundidas, no saben like like they're confused about their purpose,
Yeah.
values también, like anything that identifies them, they're like
They're
completely
confused.
lost,
Yeah.
confused, yeah.
They're confused. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think a lot of people like the same thing. They're just confused because they don't know who they are
Mhm.
in the inside, like
Mhm.
at the heart, like at the root, I guess. I don't know. Like they don't know who they are. They, like I said, they don't know where they stand. And it can be confusing, specifically in like a world where you're influenced constantly through social media, through your friend groups, through your school, through your work. Like there are so many circles that influence you in one way or another. And if you don't really know who you are, then you can end up being one person with these group of people, one person with another group of people, one person with another group of people. And that's like I think the dangerous part because then at the end of the day you're just lost, right?
Y vivimos en un mundo donde la vida es como el corre y corre, you know? So you don't really have that time to reflect. O sea, like uno va a trabajar, uno va a la escuela, you have other things to do, like if you're in high school, you have, ¿cómo se llaman sus grupos? Extracurricular activities. Todo eso, ¿me entendés? You live like a busy life y dejamos lo interior ya de último. Like how you actually feel, what you're thinking, no time to self-reflect at all. And meditate on who you are.
And I feel like you'd be surprised like with the situations that you're placed in or the emotions that you're feeling or like whatever circumstance you may be in can be a result of just you not knowing who you are. And so I think that's something important to reflect on too, is the importance of identity in our lives, the importance of knowing who we are, where we stand, and what we're allowing to influence us.
Porque es bien fácil caer en eso de que dejarse llevar por lo que la gente dice también. To be influenced by other people, by social media. I mean, los artistas. Vemos que si el artista dice, me voy a pintar el pelo, por decir, vamos a poner de ejemplo a Karol G. I love her so much, pero, o sea, like, como ella se pintó el pelo, ya todo el mundo se quería pintar el pelo. Se lo pintó azul, todo el mundo el pelo azul. Se lo pintó rojo, todo el mundo el pelo rojo. Y ahora de rosado, todo el mundo el pelo rosado. O sea, like, you lose yourself.
Exactly.
Trying to
be somebody.
To fit in, and be someone.
And I think that's like the root of it all. Like, you're at the end of the day, like, you're trying to fit in somewhere.
Exactly.
Somewhere. And then I think associated with a lot of identity is like, we've talked about like self-esteem and like a whole bunch of other things that, unfortunately, like, if we don't know who we are and we're not secure in ourselves, then we end up with other like repercussions or effects of not knowing who we are. So
crazy. We told you that this was gonna be
this went deep fast.
I feel real fast, very light breakfast chat. No,
it went deep fast. All or nothing.
All or nothing. Dive in de una vez sin perder tiempo. I guess we did talk about why it is important. You were talking about like self-esteem. So we did mention that. So también pienso que muchas personas well, we know that, like, I know that las personas estamos buscando who we are con solo el hecho de saber where we came from. Hubo un tiempo donde eso de Ancestry.com se hizo like bien like famoso, ¿no? Porque la gente, o sea, siempre quiere saber de dónde viene. Por ese sentir de saber who you are, basically. So, did you ever do it?
I didn't, but
what?
I know you did.
No.
I wanted to, though. I'll be honest. I wanted to. The only reason that I think I didn't is because I don't know how much it cost, and I didn't like. I was like, if it's too expensive, like, I'm Guatemalan.
No doubt about it.
No, like, I'm not from Europe. I'm not like, from Spain.
No, pero uno nunca sabe, because you know how like la gente se fue. Like the settlers and all that. So I did.
But it goes back that deep, because I feel like no offense, obviously, but I feel like when somebody is like American, it's much easier to be linked because things are recorded. But in our countries, like, I feel like things aren't recorded like that.
Y también, por ejemplo, aquí en Estados Unidos, United States of America, it's more of a possibility to be mixed with a lot. Because this is a diverse country. Like, personas de todas partes del mundo vienen acá. So, obviously, if your ancestry goes back all the way y has vivido aquí en Estados Unidos, o sea, de plano estás mezclado hasta el tope.
With a whole bunch of other. No, that makes sense. And that's why I think that was like, well, maybe not made for people here, but like advertised for people here, because like they can be mixed. And I think that like, well, what they taught in history was like, as soon as they came, like, things were recorded, and those records, I think they still, the majority of them still exist.
For sure,
So I feel like it's easier that way. But for me, like, but like Guatemalan,
ni pa' qué negarlo. No, and I'm happy. You're not happy being Guatemalan?
I know I'm happy being Guatemalan, but I feel like I just feel like, I don't know, like, what were your results? Guatemalan?
No,
you don't remember?
No, you guys are gonna be so disappointed in me. This is This is why I say like I need to like tener más amor por el dinero. Like we always talk about like
What do you mean?
okay, look, listen. So I always say okay. So the point is I don't even know.
What is the point?
The point is that I didn't even go through it. Like I bought the pack.
No.
I did the swab and everything. Y ahí tengo un cuentecito. I never sent it. Solo eso me faltaba.
Oh my gosh.
So my mom always says que no le tengo amor al dinero, and I for sure don't.
So you paid for it already.
I did, but at this point, like
And I think it would work.
I've had it there for a while.
Yeah. You have to just buy it again.
Yeah. Como el dinero lo que es ahora,
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I have a feeling I don't know. Maybe you are a mix. Your last name is a little bit
yeah, it's not very
it's
I don't think it's common.
I don't think it's common either, and it doesn't sound like
Arriaza.
Yeah.
That's my
those of
last
you-
name.
For those of you wondering.
For those of you wondering, my last name is Arriaza. Yeah, I don't think it's a very common.
Yeah, it
Last
doesn't
name.
sound common. It sounds maybe European. Maybe you're European.
Maybe. No, and to be honest, like my grandpa, like my grandpa was really, really white, very
Really?
light skinned, and he had like ojos
Azules.
azules, like deep
Oh.
blue, very, very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
He always said that he wanted one of his like ya sea sus hijos o grandkids to have
Blue eyes.
blue eyes, y nadie los tuvo.
Really?
No one. I mean, my dad has pretty light eyes, like
Mhm.
I would say like hazel,
Mhm.
entre like se le ve como cafecito amarillones. And then I have like brown, but I think they're
Yeah.
like
You're
kind of-
light, yeah, I think
on the
you're-
lighter end.
yeah.
But see, nadie
No
blue
one?
eyes, no one. Maybe
Dang.
my kids, hopefully.
Maybe. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ancestry.com sponsor us, please.
Please. And if
Send
you guys
us
want, you guys
some-
can give me a reimbursement. Give me
Yeah.
another
Send us free kids, please.
free kids, please.
I want to know for sure that I'm 100% Guatemalan.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
No, but you never know because, I mean, there is a possibility of you being something else.
No, for sure. Yo
Yeah.
siento que sí. I feel like if I'm remembering correctly, I think one of my cousins did it también. Y sí le salió que tenía mezcla de like a European mix, but
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
not a high percentage,
Mhm.
I think. I think
Yeah.
we're just pure Mayan.
I think we have a higher chance of being European than Mayan.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Y todo eso sale con que that eso de querer saber
Who we are.
who we are
And where we came from.
and where we belong también.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I was gonna say. That's them like knowing who you are is just because we want that feeling of belonging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think even if we deny it, like everybody wants to know
Mhm.
who they are, where they belong, and what I guess their purpose is too.
Mhm.
Like everybody one way or another like has that feeling and wants that question like answered kind of. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just where you look to find it, which
Which
becomes tricky because
yeah.
yeah, you have to make sure like that you're not influenced easily. I
Mhm.
think that's my
Like,
advice.
see, I'm not saying like, yo no digo no escuchar a las personas. Obviously, you can listen to them, but también
Mhm.
tener ese momento to self-reflect.
Yeah.
And if what they're saying to you doesn't fit in with your values
Mhm.
as a person, then like
Yeah.
no dejarse influenciar.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's like nowadays, but I think everyone's values are messed up.
Everyone's values are different, yeah. So I think going back,
She said it in a nice way. She said everyone's values are different. I want to say right now, nowadays, values are messed up.
Yeah. No, kind of, yeah. We're in a messed up world. Like, you
We
have to
are.
admit it. We're in a messed up world. That's why there's so many problems in the world. It's just because it's so messed up, like
Mhm.
in one way or another. Tanto like personally, like through relationships and families and marriages and friendships, and also like the wars that are going on. Like
And
it's just people, unfortunately, like there's no more value even for human life. And I
exactly.
think going back, like war was always an issue, it was always a problem,
Mhm.
but and it's always going to be a problem,
Mhm.
but I mean, we're in a messed up
We
problem.
are like, to be honest, y como estás hablando de lo like war and stuff like that, like, ¿y cuándo tú vas a escuchar o cuándo te imaginabas escuchar eso de que like it was okay to like end someone's life, por
Yeah,
decir, you
no,
know,
it's
like
not.
no matter
It's
qué
not.
explicación tú le des,
Yeah,
there is no reason
to
to
end a life.
end the life. No
That's not
reason.
something that should be within our power
Exactly.
in
Yeah.
any circumstance, because it could be war, it could be literally murder, and it could be like right now se me vino a la mente like the death penalty.
Mhm.
Like even something not as simple, but even something like that where it's just one person, like I don't
Mhm.
think like no matter how bad the crime is, it's still a person, and I think we're all in one way or another called to mercy.
Exactly. Y and like hablando también de los values y todo eso, because yo siento que también hasta le ponen más importancia a la vida de un animal que de un humano. And don't get me wrong, like
Yeah, that's
I
very
have a
true.
dog and I love my dog, my Leo, my everything. He's my everything. But, o sea, ahora en día like, ¿cómo se dice eso? Like it got like,
Well,
it got to a point where just like, de verdad, la vida de un humano no importa.
yeah, yeah, it's true, and it's sad.
So never lose like your values. Just
You're
stick with
valid.
them. Whatever you
Yeah,
grew up with, like as your valores, stick with them.
stick with them. Yeah, and
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like going back to like what like self reflect on what defines you,
Mhm.
right? Self deflect,
Self reflect.
self reflect,
Mhm.
self reflect on like what makes you you. Like obviously, whether you're I don't know watching this, whether you're a teenager, whether you're an adult, like what in your life, identify what in your life has defined you
Mhm.
and where you feel like because sometimes what like I'm going to speak from a personal point, like sometimes for me personally, sorry, I'm doing so many because I'm trying to figure out what I want to say before I say it. So for me, what defines me obviously is being a Christian,
Mhm.
right? That's like my thing.
Mhm.
Most of my life is revolved around that,
Mhm.
right? And obviously, like being a part of my family, a sister, a daughter, a friend, like that. But that is what defines me, right? That's where my values lie. So obviously, there are things that have influenced me in the past, and there's things that influence everybody in the past. But knowing, like, not letting that take over um, you making your decisions, if that makes any sense. So, like, in your life or in anybody watching this, like, identify what defines you.
Mhm.
And no matter, like I said in the beginning, we're all influenced by something, or we all received, like, I don't know if it's influence, but through social media, through
Mhm.
work, through all of that, like we're all receptive to
Mhm.
different things. So identify what defines you, and even if that comes your way, know like that. I don't know, like that what your value is, what your values are, where you stand.
Mhm.
Don't be easily influenced by
Mhm.
anything that comes your way. Like think twice about what
Mhm.
you're letting into your life.
Like you were talking about the environment.
Mhm.
Mhm. Not
Yeah.
letting like
Yeah.
your surroundings.
Yeah, not letting you like I went on a rant a little bit, but I'm just trying to get at the point that like you are who you are, and at one point in your life, whether you were a little kid or whether it's now,
Mhm.
you knew who you were,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
Or you knew something that defined you,
Yeah.
and to stick with that.
Y hablábamos que el tiempo de confusión es normal.
Yeah.
Like ahora en día, like tal vez se pueda ver mal que alguien diga, oh, esa persona está confundida, but it's something that everyone
Everybody.
goes through. I mean,
Yeah.
it's biological.
Mhm.
No me acuerdo, like, the law that we learned in psychology, pero es que especialmente en la adolescencia se pasa eso, o sea, you're going through an identity crisis, like no
Yeah.
saber quién eres, you're trying to see where you fit in, where you
Mhm.
belong, so it's something normal that
Mhm.
everyone goes through,
Mhm.
but going back to what Shayla was saying, just sticking to your values
Yeah.
and not forgetting like where you come
Where
from.
you come from. Yeah. And that's in any sense, like even like that's what I'm saying. Identity affects you in every single way because even tied into like being humble,
Mhm.
you know, and being a just a good person,
Mhm.
you
Que hoy
know,
en día, like
like
people,
it's hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been shocked, literally, like with this
Yeah.
world, and some of
With
its
this,
people,
with this world, with some humans.
with some humans, yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Like people are just genuine and that like for the same reason because they don't know who they are. That's why they can be such bad people, I feel.
Yeah.
Because they don't know like what the heck they're doing.
Pero hay un Dios.
Pero hay un Dios. The funny thing is, so little pause on our identity. I needed to share this because I thought it was so funny. Amy asked me this week, if I was ever in if I was ever in a position where I felt like God would avenge, what is it like avenge me?
Because I have felt that. I have been in positions where I'm just like, I'm just gonna chill, sit back, and let God avenge me.
Like
Take
God
care of
handle
that. Take care of that.
Like sitting there like
Right here. Take care of this right now.
right here.
This situation right here. No, I know that I
Yeah.
have a protective father and a loving father, and I know
that he will avenge me.
he will avenge me.
Yeah, that's so funny. No, but I forgot what we were talking about. But I needed to
What did
share.
we say? Oh, we were talking about like you were saying how people like that basically are bad is because they don't know who
They
they
don't
are.
know who they are. Yeah, because look, being realistic, if we, like, well, there are many reasons to be a bad person. There are many reasons why people are bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like if you know who you are, you value yourself as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And if you value yourself as a person, you know that other people also have value.
Mm-hmm.
And by you being a bad person or by you being offensive or by you, I don't know, in one way or another hurting another person, like you are menospreciando. How do you say menospreciando?
Menospreciando.
No, in English.
Like, is it like belittling?
You're belittling,
Uh-huh.
or downplaying,
Mhm.
or I don't know, pushing down like a person's value
Mhm.
for you to be able to treat them in that way.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it is an identity crisis.
At the end of the
Because
day.
if you value yourself, you know that person has value.
Mhm.
Because just like you want to be treated, that's the saying, just how you
Mhm.
want to be treated, you should treat others.
Mhm.
You know?
Mhm.
So by putting them down at the same time, it's just a reflection of you
Mhm.
and how you feel
Mhm.
and how you've been put down. So I think that's caso cerrado.
This is the point where I'm saying, if you've watched our other episodes where she lives, now you can see. Now you can see where that came
No,
from.
and that thought just like came to me, like I knew identity was such a big part, but like people are bad because they don't know, they don't
They don't value. They don't know who they are.
they don't know who they
They don't know
are.
where they stand. They don't know what they want.
Yeah.
Where they're going.
Mhm.
So yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and all of that is important. If you don't know like where you stand, who you are, like you're just running around in circles and you're getting nowhere.
Mhm.
And yeah, so let's figure out who we are.
Please.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about being influenced by others, right?
We did. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's really hard. Y también ahora en día, I feel like it's hard to stick with who you are también.
For sure.
Because todos dicen you're allowed to ¿cómo se self-express who you are? Like, ¿cómo se diría? Like, ahora en día dicen que tú eres libre de decir lo que tú piensas, lo que tú, to an extent.
Expression, self-expression.
Self-expression to an extent.
Yeah.
To whatever they want.
Yeah.
But we know, you and I know,
Yeah.
that sometimes there are times where we're not allowed
Yeah.
to say what we think, what we believe in, because no está de acuerdo con lo que ahora en día
se está viviendo
o es aceptado ahora en día. Y en esas situaciones, pues, se corre el riesgo de perder quién uno es en realidad. Por no hablar, por ese pressure de no querer ofender. O sea,
yeah,
crazy.
And I think that's the important part. Like, it's important to note that you can speak without being offensive.
You can, yeah.
And it's learning how to do it.
Yeah.
And also recognizing that some people are just flat out not gonna agree with who you are, with and it's also not in me. Like, I'm gonna talk from a Christian perspective. Like, it's not on me truly to force what I believe on you. It's not on me, you know. And that's where God comes in. Like from a, like I'm gonna get a little bit controversial here, but like from a Christian perspective, like, if you're not Christian and you know a Christian that is forcing their beliefs on you, that's not the way to do it.
No,
and that's not like,
and that's where we've gotten a bad rep.
That's truly that's what I was getting at. That the reason that Christians are so, not, I want to say hated, but they're so like, I don't want to say attacked, but they're singled out. It's because we've done it wrong.
We have.
And I've come to this realization, like, in the past year, like, we've really done it wrong, where we've produced more hurt to people than love. And in reality, like, God is love. You know? Like, if in any way, like, obviously, like, in the Bible, there's a different not set of requisites, but there's a different way to go about things between Christians and between somebody who isn't Christian. So between Christians, it's like, I don't want to say it's okay, but it's a little bit more acceptable to be a little bit harsher when it comes to, like, correction and everything, because we're both on the same page.
Yeah.
You know?
So de la misma manera que tú me puedes hablar a mí.
Yeah.
No es de la misma manera que le puedes hablar a alguien más que no conoce a Dios.
Yeah, never.
Y eso es donde está la confusión.
Yeah.
Ahí mismo se nos está la confusión.
So that's, I don't know where I was getting. No, I don't know where I was getting at, but the thing is, like,
because we were talking about, like, out in the like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know where I was getting at, but, like, the thing is, like, I think it just comes back to being good people. Like, be a good representation of who you stand. Like, just because maybe you disagree with somebody in whatever way, like I said, it doesn't mean that you can offend them, and it doesn't mean that you can treat them less than you. Because at the end of the day, like, going back, I think we wrote this down somewhere, like, we are not, like, here to, like, judge anybody. You know, everybody has lived a different life, and everybody has had different upbringings that in one way or another have affected the way that they believe, or the way that it's
influenced them.
And so it's recognizing that, like, for example, if we come to sit at a table, I'm ranting right now. If we come to sit at a table And there's many different people with different beliefs. Like, obviously, we're not going to all agree on the same thing,
Mhm.
but that's not okay to be like offensive.
Mhm.
You know, it's recognizing, it's being mature enough to recognize that who I am may not be accepted, like not accepted, but what I believe may not be accepted.
Non accordance to, ¿cómo se dice esa palabra? I don't know if that was a word.
What is it? I think they did. What did you say?
I don't know. I don't want to say it anymore. It's okay. It's okay. I promise you, I was born in this country.
That's so funny. Yeah, but what I like, yeah, people have different beliefs, and that's not like a reason to be offensive,
No, yeah, for sure.
and not a reason for you to stand down from what you believe,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
If you in your heart think that's true,
Mhm.
like, what can you do? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You can't
you
change.
can't change.
And that's what we're talking about. You can't change who you are just to fit in. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
Especially like cuando uno está más joven, yo me pongo a pensar en la adolescencia. It's hard to be different.
Mhm.
It is very hard to be different because you're singled out if
Yeah.
you're for being different.
Yeah.
No, no importa cómo digan ahora que ahora está el enfoque en aceptar a cada quien como es y que todo eso. La verdad es que si no pensás de la manera que todo el mundo está pensando, you're gonna be singled out, and it's okay.
Mhm.
Stick to your values,
Yeah. Stick to who you know
who you are,
who you are. Yeah.
what you know is right.
Uh-huh.
Porque ahora en día también like right versus wrong, o
Wrong.
sea, todo
Yeah.
messed up, man.
Yeah.
And you
Mhm.
know, en tu ser tú sabes.
And there are basic human principles which I think everybody
Mhm.
can agree on.
Mhm.
Some of them are like like the preservation of life.
Mhm.
Like,
Basic, yeah.
anybody who tells me like it's okay for someone to die, like, it's not, like, come on.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. For sure.
So, yeah. So stick to who you are.
For
Mhm.
sure. We also going back to el tema.
Yeah,
we
going
go
back.
We go on little rants,
Rants.
but it's
I
okay.
feel like I went on a huge rant, and
It's
I feel like
okay.
I got nowhere, but
No, you did. You did.
yeah.
Y hablando de identidad, pues también, pues saber que somos humanos y el hecho de ser humano, saber de que siempre vamos a cometer errores,
Mhm.
eso es inevitable,
Yeah.
pero no dejar que las situaciones, que nuestros errores nos definen tampoco.
Mhm.
Because I was telling Shayla que, like, hablando medically in terms así, ¿verdad? Like, te enseñan a no decir que eres, like, si tienes diabetes, no decir yo soy diabética, porque al momento que estás diciendo yo soy diabética, estás apropiándote de eso y incluyéndolo en tu identidad. Y
Mhm.
no es así.
Yeah.
You're not defined by, por decir, your medical diagnosis.
Mhm.
Eso es punto y aparte. O sea, tienes diabetes, but that's not the whole you.
That's not who you are. Yeah.
Exactly. Y lo mismo con las situaciones. Pueda que hayas cometido errores, pero eso no te define. It was one mistake.
Exactly.
Get it over with,
Yeah.
push it to the side, and move on.
And move on.
Move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard. Like, yo me pongo a pensar, like, en mi vida, I've done a lot of dumb things, right? A lot of dumb things. Pero no porque I've done a lot of dumb things, I'm a dumb person.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
I refuse to believe that.
I refuse.
I refuse. Yeah, like
Yeah.
not letting situations define you at
Yeah.
all. Mhm.
I think that's really important. Like, because then you fall into like a little bit of depression
Yeah.
if you let that one thing define you, or multiple things. Obviously, we all make multiple mistakes.
Mhm.
Like, if we let multiple things define us, then that's how we get lost
Mhm.
and sad and just because we start thinking on the negative and not in who we actually are, you know.
Yeah, y going, like lo mencionamos al principio, like like just try to be positive. No enfocarte, como dijiste ahorita, en lo negativo. Think of the other things that
that make you
are. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
that make you you, and the good things, because each one of us like has good qualities. Has we have our weaknesses, but we also have our strengths, you know, and identify those and recognize that that is what makes you you. Like, yeah, we all have weaknesses, and obviously it's a part of us too, but highlight more your strengths than your weaknesses, I think.
At the end of the day, they weigh more than your weaknesses.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. So that, I think. Yeah.
No, yeah.
I think we talked about this, but I just want to highlight it because it stuck so much with me. So obviously, like, I go to church. I think that's I go to church, and we've established that in my previous rant. No, obviously I go to church. But on Sunday, Pastor was preaching, and he said something. Shout out to Pastor Otto. If you're watching this.
Cornerstone Ministries.
Yes, Plainfield. Oh, I said it.
It's okay.
Yeah, Plainfield.
If you're nearby.
If you're nearby, Plainfield, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the website, Facebook.
I think it's
you can find us on Facebook.
You can find us on Cornerstone Ministries. I think it's Cornerstone Ministries NJ.
Okay.
On Facebook, or just Cornerstone Ministries. But yeah, you'll see me.
She's the singer. What episode? Remember on episode 1?
Like
on episode 1, she said, I have to go back and look, that I don't know, I think you said episode 7. You were gonna sing.
I may have amended that.
No amendment. No amendment. Episode 7, you guys know Shayla's gonna sing for us.
I'll sing the ABCs.
No.
But
dale.
Yeah, so it's okay. So he said something like, he actually preached on identity, and he said your identity doesn't change with changes. And that's why it's so important to know who we are and where we stand, because everything in life, I think I wanted to say this, I don't know if I did before when you were talking about other stuff, but everything in life, like, you go through changes, whether it's, I don't know, like becoming an adult, changing your job, living alone, going to school, moving. Like, we all go through changes in life, and each of those changes brings new struggles and also new influences. And so we have to be very careful to stand firm in what we believe in and say, like, no, like, just because my environment is changing, like, doesn't mean I have to be lost in who I am. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. Because it stuck with me, and I know, like, personally, like, I have, like, been through changes, and, like, I was meditating, like, I'm not the same person. I'm 24 now. I'm not the same girl I was when I was 18, obviously. I'm not the same girl when I was 20. I'm not even I feel like I'm not even the same person that I am, like, last year. Like, I feel like I've gone through, like, changes, and we all do. That's a normal thing.
Yeah.
But don't lose yourself in the process. And don't allow people in your life who make you lose yourself. Like, be careful, you know? You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Like, be careful, like, who you're letting influence you, because I think that's an important part of why we lose ourselves too. Like, maybe your school environment or your work environment or something, you know, in your life is influencing you and making you feel, like, lost. So I feel like you really have to be careful. Like, just because you're going through changes, like, don't let that change who you are and what you stand for and what you believe in. I think is really important, especially right now in these times. Another rant.
No,
Another rant.
Very light. It was a
No.
very light
It was a
chat.
very light chat. Yeah, you have to be really careful. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm saying that because it's really something that stuck with me like this whole week. Like, I felt like I was thinking about that, and even more now that we decided to speak on identity. So yeah, it's very important to know who you are.
Very important.
Very important. Very important. Yeah. And we talked about also how to get there, right? With self-reflection.
Oh, we did mention it, that's like a way to basically identify who you are. No, que mencionamos, like, también una cosa que se ve mal, siento yo que está visto mal es like si la persona quiere estar sola, pero a veces that alone time is
It's
what you
good,
need.
yeah.
To self-reflect. Eso sí lo mencionamos. O sea, hay momentos, sí somos personas que obviamente we were made, I feel, to be in groups and to be with other people, but that alone time is important because that allows time to self-reflect and think about who you are, where you want to be, your purpose, whatever.
Yeah.
So, very
Self-reflect.
important. Y cuando self-reflect también, si estás tomando el tiempo de pensar, o sea, también escribir tus pensamientos. I think journaling is really good. I used to do it a lot. I think it's a new habit that I wanna, like, a habit that I wanna pick up again. Porque I used to do it when I was younger, and then like back then tal vez no se llamaba tanto journaling, sino que más como un diary. Y me acuerdo, y los tengo los libritos.
Really?
So
That's so funny. Can you bring one in?
No, I'm not gonna bring one in. You do not want to know what they say. Y me doy cuenta, like, it feels so nice to read what I was going through back then.
Yeah.
And to see where I'm at now.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Hasta eso, it's like reflecting también.
Yeah.
It feels so like nice. I don't know. Me gusta. So I encourage you to journal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing
Journaling.
that again.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I think I forgot it. Oh, and with the self-reflection, like I think it's important to note that many people are also scared to be alone.
Yeah.
Like, it's surprising, but like, because I love to be alone. But like many people are like so used to being surrounded by people that when they're alone, they kind of like don't really know like
what
to do, right?
Yeah, porque están acostumbrados. That's what you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Y es ese sentimiento, es ese sentimiento, I guess, to belong, or I don't know, porque fíjate que ahora que mencionas eso, estaba pensando que I was like freaked out this weekend. Y like, mind you, que yo no, like, I don't feel like I go out a lot. I don't feel like my social group is that big. Pero like esta semana tenía como like I don't know how to say it, like como una preocupación to like decir like, oh my gosh, I was just like, no tengo planes this weekend. Like, I don't have anyone to chill.
You're so funny.
I was going through a moment.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Eso de que tú decís de ese miedo de que uno tiene de no querer estar solo. Y a veces, like, hablando de las cosas de Dios, a veces I feel también que
it's on purpose.
It's on purpose.
Definitely on purpose.
Definitely on purpose.
No, I know, because it's happened to me.
Yeah.
It's happened to me, and it's definitely on purpose because I remember, so my parents are pastors, and being a PK, a pastor's kid, for anybody who's not in the lingo, being a pastor's kid, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's really hard. Like, it's really hard because obviously, like, one way or another, all eyes are on you. Whether, like, thankfully, I'm thankful because like our church isn't as bad as like other churches where they single out, like, you know. But realistically, all eyes are on you. You have to act a certain way. And also, like, your parents are busy most of the time. Like, my parents are busy most of the time. And so there were times specifically when my parents were starting and the church was very small that they were involved in anything that went on in the church, and because of school or for other reasons, like, I wouldn't like go to those things, or there were just personal meetings that I obviously couldn't sit down in.
Mhm.
And so I was like, I felt very alone.
Mhm.
But like looking back now, I'm like, that honestly, that time helped me because it is the moment where I was able to like deepen my relationship with God
Mhm.
and find myself and
Mhm.
be rooted. Like, I look back to that time and I'm like, if that wouldn't have happened then, like, I don't know where I would have been now,
Mhm.
because that was the moment where I feel like I really did find myself and I was able to like be strong, like in what I believed in,
Mhm.
and know that regardless of whether I would see my parents every day, like I wasn't alone,
Mhm.
but regardless of whether I felt alone, like I knew like God was always there,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
And I feel like that's a beautiful thing. So that's why I think it's God does it on purpose. God does it on purpose,
He
you
does,
know?
for sure.
God does it on purpose. And it's okay, like it's just recognizing like if you feel alone, like just be, like I said, always like be careful, like to see like um if you're only okay with people around. I think that's like
Mhm.
where you have to be just careful and work on it. I know on TikTok there's a lot of like stuff that people go on like self dates. So they take
Oh yeah.
themselves out to eat, like to
Mhm.
shop and everything. I've done the shopping, I haven't done the eating.
I've been like scared to do that,
Yeah.
like, pero sí he visto eso de,
Uh-huh.
pero no me animo a sentarme, like, to go to
Yeah.
a restaurant, a
And just
sentarme
sit.
sola. I mean, I think I've done it, but like,
You have?
yeah, pero por trabajo, like,
No, yeah, I
that's
feel like that's
different.
different because
Yeah,
you're doing
I'm
something.
doing something, I'm on the computer or whatever,
Yeah.
pero así como por decir, like, que me siente sola y
Mhm.
que es just comer y estar así,
Yeah.
crazy, no.
Yeah, it's
Or like
crazy.
people that have gone to like
On trips.
on trips by themselves, like I
Ah,
think that's super cool. Yo
yeah.
quisiera poderlo hacer, pero no me animo
No,
tampoco.
I don't think I would ever do that.
You wouldn't?
No, I mean the idea is nice, but I'd be scared.
Well, I guess
Especially
depending
like,
on where
yeah, that's
you
true.
go.
Maybe in the United States. No, but I'm still scared.
A mí hasta montarme en Uber me da miedo sola.
See, no, for sure.
Aquí
Yeah.
en los Estados
Yeah,
Unidos,
because
yeah.
you never know.
Yeah.
Like people in the US are really crazy. Like, I'm sorry. And I think that thought has just gotten worse going to law school because you hear of things that happen.
Crazy
It's
things, yeah.
crazy. People are insane. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a topic for another day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think we're good.
I think we're good. Yeah, I think we can wrap up
We
our
can.
identity
Okay.
chat.
We can talk about what we learned
Yeah.
to close it off.
Mhm. Oh
You
my
want me
god.
to start?
Yeah, because I forgot mine. I
Okay, what
think.
did I say? Oh, I think it's
Oh, I can't remember.
va junto con lo que estábamos hablando del tema.
Mhm.
Lo que yo aprendí esta semana es que tu valor nunca cambia. I think you
Yeah.
even mentioned that. Así
Yeah.
cabal esa frase. Yeah, like your value is lo que vales. I mean, some people can appreciate your value and others won't, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that your value changes.
Yeah.
When I brought it up to you, Shayla me dijo of, can I say it?
Yeah.
The experience.
Yeah.
Okay. You're so funny.
No,
I don't
no, I know why.
You
Yeah,
know why,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah. But no, you get to, no, that's fine.
Okay. We were at church. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think I was there too. And la persona que estaba dando la enseñanza agarró un billete,
Yeah.
$1, right? $1.
I think people have done it with the dollar bill, but I think it's like stronger if like the bill is like more.
Okay,
like
pongamos, les voy a dar de ejemplo. Grab $100.
Yeah.
And if you crumble it, throw it on the floor, step on it, and then you pick it up, unwrap it or whatever, unroll it,
Yeah.
lo que sea, straighten it out, el billete
still the
sigue
same.
valiendo $100.
Mhm.
Y también el otro ejemplo que te estaba dando es que a veces, like solo un experto en algo sabe el valor de algo.
Yeah.
Por ejemplo, like, yo no sé mucho de, like, gems or anything like that. So, si a mí me ponen dos o tres gems or whatever, diamantes, like I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Like me pueden dar uno de whatever y yo no voy a saber, yo no lo voy a valorar. Como alguien que sí sabe de eso. Y el único que sabe de valor, even if you guys don't believe, is God.
Is God. Yeah.
So, eso es algo que aprendí. Because you can get, I don't want to go into it, but God. I'm not gonna do no more. Done.
And scene.
And
No, yeah, that's true. And I think that's something that has always been.
No quiero chillar.
No, that's something that's always been like very true to me because siempre hay momentos donde uno se siente. Dang, I wasn't supposed to keep going, right?
No,
siempre hay momentos donde like sometimes you feel like less, right? There's always times where you feel less than other people or through situations like we were talking about before, like a medical diagnosis or whatever you're going through. Like just because you're struggling with one thing doesn't mean you're not valuable, doesn't mean you're not worth anything, doesn't mean others can treat you in a bad way. You know, you still have value, you still have purpose. And like if you're watching this, like there is a purpose for you, like whether you know it or not, like you do have a purpose in this life.
You do.
And you're valuable as a human being, you're valuable as a person. Don't second guess yourself because you're worth something, you know, you're worth something. And I think that's very important to keep in mind, that no matter how crumpled up you are, no matter how
beaten down,
broken you may feel,
stepped on,
exactly, no matter how bad you're feeling, like you're still valuable.
Yeah, for sure.
That's very good.
We're telling you, you are.
Yeah. So there's that.
Very light. Oh my god.
Very light. I don't even want to say what I did. Mine was so superficial, I feel.
No, I'm trying to remember what you said. Just say it.
Okay, so I learned that a lot of times you have to make sacrifices.
That's not superficial. That's very deep.
You have to make sacrifices. I feel like it's super known, but you have to make sacrifices for the people that you love and for the people that you care for. And it's very hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's very hard to sacrifice, or it's just sacrifice in general for the people you love, for what you know is right, for like you have to make sacrifices.
Yeah, sacrificar, o sea, lo que uno quiere, los deseos, lo que uno tiene, el tiempo, es algo súper difícil.
Yeah.
Super. Who wants to sacrifice?
Nobody wants to sacrifice. I saw this a little bit random. I saw this TikTok that it was so funny because la muchacha, she's Christian, and she was sitting in the car and she just started screaming. And she was like, no, she wasn't in the car. She was doing her makeup. She was like, I have to go to church today. And she was like, I didn't want to wake up. And then she was like, but I'm doing my makeup because Jesus died on the cross. He paid all my sins. And I'm like, dang, like sacrifices, you make sacrifices in every aspect of your life.
You do. And I guess it goes hand in hand with being una persona agradecida. O sea, estábamos hablando que sacrificar en sí no es fácil. Pero si tú eres una persona agradecida, o dejar tus deseos se vuelve más fácil. No completamente fácil, pero te ayuda. Porque, por ejemplo, ese ejemplo que estabas dando en TikTok, que la muchacha empezó con decir, tengo que hacer esto y esto y esto, pero él hizo esto por mí. Ese agradecimiento es el que lo empuja a uno y lo ayuda a sacrificar los deseos de uno.
Yeah. So I think that's what I learned. Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very well done.
Very well done. Okay. So
look how I wrote it.
I know. It's okay. So we want to end again with two verses that have helped us with our identity. Like we said, we're Christian. We're Christian.
Y como lo mencionamos, I think on the second episode, because that's when we started doing it,
Uh-huh.
that like if you're not a religious person, like don't think of it as like religious. I mean, you can take these as quotes, as poems. I think it helps you reflect también.
Yeah, it helps you reflect. Like just because you don't believe doesn't mean you can't, like,
Listen.
Yeah. No, yeah, take it as a quote. Obviously, like, we're not like saying like you have to believe, like,
we're not forcing
it on you. It's just something that has truly like helped us meet. Like, I feel like it has helped me, in particular. So
en esos momentos de like
yeah,
de angustia, de like depresión or whatever you're going through, like siento que cuando estos versículos se vienen a la memoria son like it's
they're like comfort.
Yeah,
they comfort you. All right, so I'll start. It's Psalm 1. Do you know why I'm laughing?
Because palm.
Yeah. So it's Psalm.
Okay, for you guys that don't know, we're gonna clear it up why we were laughing. It's because the spelling of the book of Psalms this is the correct spelling, right? It's PSALMS.
Yeah.
And for someone who doesn't really know about the Bible, like de verdad no ha escuchado de la Biblia, los libros y todo eso, like tú lo puedes ver y vas a leerlo como we saw it on TikTok being read like that too.
Yeah.
But I guess because
I made another video
and he's like, yeah, he recognized que lo había dicho.
It was funny.
Wrong.
Yeah.
But that's why we were laughing.
All right, so it's Psalms 139, verses 13 through 16. And this is like talking about God, just the context. You are the one who put me together inside my mother's body, and I praise you because of the way. Oh my God, I'm going to start over again. I'm sorry. Psalm 139, 13 through 16. You are the one who put me together inside my mother's body, and I praise you because of the wonderful way you created me. Everything you do is marvelous. Of this I have no doubt. Nothing about me is hidden from you. I was secretly woven together out of human sight, but with your own eyes you saw my body being formed, even before I was born. You had written in your book everything about me.
Yeah. Okay, ahora en español. Está más chiquito.
Yeah.
Okay. Dice, okay, so Salmo 139, del 13, versículo 13 al 16. Dice, tú hiciste todo mi ser, tanto mis sentimientos como mi cuerpo, desde que me hiciste tomar forma en el vientre de mi madre. Te agradezco porque me hiciste de una manera maravillosa. Sé muy bien que tus obras son maravillosas. Tú sabes todo de mí. Tú vistes mis huesos crecer mientras mi cuerpo se formaba en el vientre de mi madre. Tú viste formarse cada parte de mi cuerpo. Todo ya estaba escrito en tu libro. Fueron formados a su debido tiempo, sin faltar una sola de ellas.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah. So,
thank you guys for listening. If you guys have listened
to this point,
thank you for those who have supported us.
Thank you to our 3 fans.
Thank you. No, thank you. If you guys have watched these videos and hopefully, like, I think the purpose of these podcasts is just to like share what we think and like de poder, I guess in a sense, help. If you guys are like thinking about los temas that we talked about, like seeing someone or hearing someone else's perspective.
Yeah, is always helpful, I think. And yeah, it truly, like, it is to help just everyone. I feel like it's helped us too.
To talk about
things. Yeah.
I mean, me and Sheila have been talking for years, but
But now you're in.
Now you're in. Now you get a glimpse
of what? Yeah.
these are, if you ever see me and Shayla chatting por ahí comiendo, these are the things we talk about.
This is what we talk about, truly. It always gets deep.
always.
It always gets deep. But yeah. So thank you for watching.
Thank you guys.
Follow us on our social media pages.
Like Breakfast Chats. No,
yeah,
like BF.
Like BF Chats.
Like BF Chats.
On Instagram and TikTok.
Give us likes.
Yes, please follow, subscribe, and hopefully soon we'll be out on Spotify and
hopefully fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
Until next time.
See you then.